Welcome everyone to Ginger Runner Live, episode 1,400,073.
Man, we're really getting up there.
Oh man, yeah, that's right. Well, tonight's guest has run a ton, and I mean a ton. Really knows a thing or two about moving fast. But before we get started, I'm not the only one in the room tonight.
Hi guys, I'm Kim Tashima Newberry. If you're new to the chat, just feel free to ask questions for our guests.
That was not created by us. That was created by our dear friends who wanted to enter the Doppelganger Award for GRGR this year. It was so terrifying to watch that.
It's giving us nightmares.
It gave us nightmares.
I'm still having a nightmare right now.
But we had to open the show with it. So big shout out to our friends Darren and Austin for terrifying us and probably you, but doing a dynamite impersonation of both myself and Kim. I'm sorry that you had to endure that for the first few seconds. But ladies and gentlemen, it is our GRGR 2019 award show. We are going to dish out 10 awards tonight to our wonderful winners of the Ginger Runner Global Run Awards. We're going to talk to you all about what that is, what that means, what you get, all that good stuff in tonight's episode. It is our favorite time of year, and we could not be... Are people freaking out in the chat?
I'm still freaking out.
Yeah, a little bit. Sit back, relax, grab your beverage of choice. The Ginger Runner Global Run results show begins now.
Ginger Runner.
Yay. Wow.
I feel like they ruined the yay for me.
Yeah, they did. We are going to have to change from a yay to something else. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Ginger Runner Live, episode number 280. It's a special episode tonight. It is our results show for our Ginger Runner Global Run, our 4th annual global run. And it gets better and bigger every single year.
I can't believe we've been doing it for 4 years.
4 years. It's amazing. And every year, people outdo themselves from previous years. We have so many legacy runners. So one thing that we like to do is highlight those who have run every year that we've done this, because those are people who have been here for the last 4 years at least. And they trust that what we do it for the bigger and greater good, the community and everything like that. So it's so cool to see people rocking the legacy patches and talk about last year's results and how they bettered it this year. It's really neat.
Yeah, it's also really neat to watch people do something one year and then kind of problem solve for the next year and change something up a little bit.
Absolutely.
To try and achieve whatever goal that they're working towards.
So we have, you'll notice, some trophies to give away tonight because this Ginger Runner Global Run took place this last weekend. The premise is very simple. It is a 2-hour run or activity that you do on the same day. So everyone around the globe who's participating does a 2-hour activity, tracks it, but it all has to be on the same 24-hour period. So everyone on that day is participating in Ginger Runner Global Run. So whether you're in Seattle, Washington, or the Netherlands, you're running on the same day and you're kind of a part of this bigger global thing. It's really neat. But we have awards and categories that we like to dish out trophies and stuff to. Before we talk about the awards and giving stuff away and all that good stuff, of course, I'm here. I'm your host, Ethan, but there's someone even better and more important to the show, and that is...
Gus. What's up, you guys? Kim Tashima Newberry here. Welcome. If it's your first time participating in GRGR, welcome. Congratulations. We are very happy to have you.
Yeah.
This is our awards show. Normally that we're pulling questions for our live guest, but I will be keeping an eye on the chat room. So if you guys have any comments or questions along the way, pop them in there.
Yes, please. The chat is super interactive during these shows, so we're excited to have those of you watching who maybe are waiting to hear if you won an award or just want to sit back and sort of take in how awesome this community is, because we're going to be talking about lots of really cool things that happened this weekend. Before we get into all of that, of course, we have some individuals that we like to thank, and that is our Patreon crew, the members of our Patreon team that support us week after week, month after month, all levels. They are amazing. We are able to do this full time, so we're able to do live shows, reviews. We're working on some films right now, and it is all because of our Patreon supporters. So thank you all very much. And we just release our very first GR Crew t-shirt. So if you are a Patreon supporter, go check that out. It's limited edition right now. In fact, I believe we just sold out. So we sold out of the t-shirts as they are now, but we're going to be doing a new run with like hoodies and other things the first week of November. So if you missed that first t-shirt, don't worry. We're going to re-release another limited run in the first week of November. But it's really cool to have crew gear. And 3 individuals at that top tier on Patreon we like to shout out at the beginning of every episode of Ginger Runner Live, of course. Chris Lee. Chris and his organization Trailblazer in Hong Kong. They showcase the wonderful, beautiful trails that they have right there in that region. Chris is a fantastic human, and it's really awesome to have him on board. Rick Bjarnason and his team at cheekymonkeymedia.ca. They redid the gingerrunner.com website. Go check it out. They're a web design company, but Rick himself is also an ultra runner. So it's kind of this cool crossover of 2 different worlds. I'm a huge tech dude, and I coded all my own websites in the past, but I now run ultras, and I am not very good at coding. But Rick is a fantastic sort of like, we'll do the coding. Let's go run. Rad dude. Brian Sands. Brian Sands been a longtime supporter, wonderful human, very inspiring, has ran a couple of years ago, ran his very first marathon, ran his first 50K over the age of 50, and just like, I want to do this, and it's amazing. Lost 100 pounds in this journey, and he's currently training for his first 100-kilometer race that's going to take place in less than 14 days. I think 12 days. No, less than that. 10 days?
We should book our tickets.
We should book our tickets. Yeah, GR sort of took over. We'll book our tickets, don't worry. Because we're going to be there. We're going to witness it. It's going to be great. So thank you to those 3 individuals for always supporting us and just being such wonderful, inspiring individuals in our community. With that said, I think it's time to start getting into some results. So, as I mentioned,
I'm just gonna clap into the microphone the whole time.
Way to go. GRGR is a 2-hour event that takes place on the same day. Runners from around the world can do whatever they want. So this is kind of the fun part, is you can get as creative as you want, whether you want to run the longest distance you've ever run in that time allotted, or you just want to go on a really fun sort of maybe a new trail or a new route. You want to go see a part of town you've never seen. You want to go summit a mountain you've never summited. You can get really creative with it. And that's what makes this so unique, is we like to share those moments and tell those stories and highlight people doing things that maybe are outside of their comfort zone during this. Because 2 hours, to some people are like, 2 hours, that's short. Some people, 2 hours is a long time.
Yes.
And to others, 2 hours is a challenge no matter what you do.
And this year, Ethan and I did something a little bit different than we normally do. We normally do like an adventure together. This year, we both kind of have different goals for our 2 hour.
Yeah.
And what did you get up for your 2 hours?
So, yeah, in years past, you and I have gone out and we wanted to, normally we like explore a trail that we haven't done before, or it's been a while, or we want to see like, can we do this trail in this amount of time, or can we do a double summit or that sort of thing? But nothing really, it's always been fun. It's always been about adventure. No, I got to get X done, you know? And it's been so wonderful to do that and sort of reflect on the global community of what's going on as we're running. But this year, this is something I've been wanting to do since year 1. Our good friend Chris Danucci in the past has won the most elevation gain award by doing repeats. And we've had other people in the past also win that award for doing hill repeats. Because, you know, when you're doing something like elevation gain, you're like, do I do one route and try to get as much gain as I can in that one single route? What about doing hill repeats? Is that something that works? I'll tell you right now, I wanted to experiment doing the hill repeat, finding a hill that maybe works with my pace, and trying to get as much gain as possible. I saw Danucci do it years ago, win our award. I was like, oh, so maybe I don't have to go summit a mountain. Maybe I can do repeats. So I wanted to experiment with that this year. There's a hill that we love near the trails that we love. And my buddy Darren, who you saw in the intro, portraying Kim quite
too accurately.
He and I both decided, like, let's do that. Let's pick this hill. Let's do some repeats on it. I do not recommend it. It was really difficult to run it fast enough to actually benefit from the elevation gain.
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours straight.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that I was the wiser one.
Yes.
With my choices.
Yes.
To just explore the trails.
Yes.
See the doggies, do some filming, and then check back in with you to see how bad you were suffering.
I regretted
every once in a while.
decision. I regretted it. I regretted it within the first 15 minutes. was like, oh my God, this hill, one, might not be steep enough to get the gain that I want. It also might be too steep. I might not be running fast enough, but it's an all-out sprint up and down to make hill repeats worth it for something like this. And I think I just didn't, either my hill was too long. There's so many like measurements that you could do to make this a perfect thing for each person. I just don't think I was generally fast enough to get. I didn't want to win the award. I just wanted to see, like, would this be something that I could do next year and increase my mileage or increase my game. Yeah, but I came to the cold conclusion that GRGR for me is always going to be about fun. Maybe pushing my own limits as far as distance and stuff like that, but wow.
And we did both do our own filming during the day
Yes.
as well.
So we'll start with that, is that every year I like to do a recap video for GRGR, include clips from everyone who's out there who filmed themselves with their phones or cameras. We are going to be doing one of those this year. I have hundreds of videos sent to me, which more than, like, I would say more than double of what I got last year. And last year was like, whoa, this is a lot of videos. We have more than double than what we got last year, which is fantastic. So expect a nice long recap video from GRGR around the world in the coming weeks. I'm going to sit down and just grind through that, because I like, that's my favorite thing to do, is look through the videos of people just saying, hey, my name is blank, I'm in blank country, and I'm running GRGR.
It's always so
cool.
Emotional.
Yes.
I always cry. I cry every year.
Yes.
I'm a crybaby.
So we'll definitely be doing that. Kim and I, what do you see? Gus hair?
Just a floof.
Gus has gotten me all day, every day. We filmed, so we'll be including both footage from both of our runs and Foot-eye. Perfect. Which will be fun, and we'll edit that all together with your clips, and GRGR recap video will be dropping soon. I think it's time. Should we start getting into some of the awards?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So first, let's just shout out some wonderful humans who have participated in this year's GRGR. We're just going to kind of show you some photos that some people have submitted on Instagram. If you go to Instagram and follow the hashtag GRGR19, you'll see hundreds of posts from people who participated this weekend, and you'll probably see more unfold in the coming days as well. We had everyone submit through Strava, so we see people's like Strava activities, which had tons of photos attached to those as well. You can easily search on Strava for Ginger Runner Global Run entries, and YouTube, of course, is another resource where you can find people's videos. I have a playlist right now set aside. I haven't added all the videos that I found to that playlist at this point, but it is a Ginger Runner Global Run 2019 video playlist, and you can kind of go through a lot of the video entries and stuff like that. If you have a video that is not in that playlist, just let me know. Drop me an email. I can add it to the playlist. It's part of the fun. But if you want to go and see all the cool stuff that happened this weekend, again, follow the hashtag. It's a great place to start.
I'm gonna pull my ear thing out.
You're gonna pull your ear thing out? You don't want to hear the videos?
Like, oh no, I'll put it in videos.
We use what's called IFP. It essentially allows us to listen to our guests. We have them in tonight because we have videos and stuff that we'll be playing for the Filmmaker Award and stuff. And I like to hear it, so I know when to cut out of the video. You do not need to have it in.
Or you can put it in. Yeah, I'll listen when the video comes.
Yeah, perfect. So let's start at the Doppelganger Award. As I mentioned,
was it not Darren and Austin? Did they not win?
They got
disqualified because it was too good.
It was too good. It was too good. It was too good. So I don't even want to talk about it anymore. They're our dear friends, and when they sent that to us, we were like, "Oh, really excited! Like, what did they do?" They did the intro to this show, which is what they did. All right,
let's show off the trophies.
Let's show off the trophies. So we worked with Elevation Culture. It'll get out of focus if I get too close. But again, every year we've worked with Elevation Culture, and every year they just knock it out of the park. So everyone that participated with, you can register 2 different ways for GRGR. The T-shirt option, you get all this cool gear and wooden keepsake and stuff like that, enamel pins and patches and stickers, T-shirts. Or you can just enter digitally and just compete for the trophies and not have to worry about the extra stuff, but you get some like digital downloads and things. But Elevation Culture always knocks it out of the park. This year, our trophies are legit.
It's hard to see all the details. We'll have to take a photo and actually post it, like all the wood.
Yeah, the wood details. It actually had. Yeah, you definitely can't see it, but it says down here in the corner, Doppelganger Crew Award. So this is definitely for the Doppelganger, and each one has various titles and stuff like that. So our first award that we're going to be giving out is the Doppelganger.
wood. I really like
I
the
do
wood.
like the wood. It's furniture grade wood. It's heavy. This is at least a couple pounds.
I'm gonna keep that one.
You look just like Kim, so that
Just
works.
like her. Maybe just-
I need you to hold, or I need to hand it to you so I can click the mouse. We're gonna do. By the way,
I'm gonna put it back here.
yeah. So as we mentioned, you get the trophy if you win, and you get free entry into next year's GRGR. So you'll get the free T-shirt. You'll get all that stuff. We will have your email on file. We will let you know. We'll get your shipping address. We'll get all that stuff from you, but we'll also let you know via email that you will also get free entry into next year's race. So once GRGR lines up for next year, we'll give you the coupon code. You can register and participate again because we love having you return and being awesome. And we'll have a winner. And in some cases, we have a runner-up because the competition was that fierce and that close that we have to recognize other people that participated in this challenge.
And we had some like crazy close calls. Crazy close
probably
calls.
one of the closest calls in the history of GRGR.
Yeah.
Will be mentioned on tonight's show.
Yeah.
So starting with the Doppelganger Award, this is our runner-up. So this individual wins a free entry into next year's GRGR.
Like a t-shirt package entry.
Yeah, t-shirt package entry. So it's like $55, $60 value. That's the word I was looking for. This goes to Elena Disson. Congratulations, Elena. With a one, like we get a lot of Ethan doppelgangers. This is one of the first Kim doppelgangers. We get them maybe once or twice a year, but this one's like really good.
Yeah, Elena posted a couple different photos. If you go to her Instagram, you'll be able to check them out. And they were pretty good. Down to like the same shirt, same running skirt. It was pretty awesome. That was a really fun surprise to see that pop up instead of just this guy.
I am a big fan though of our grand prize winner. I think this made us both laugh heartily.
Yes.
So they went above and beyond. They did a doppelganger of me, but then they also did a doppelganger of Gary Robbins. So it's Ethan and doppelganger Gary Robbins. This is Ingen Markowitz. We are so happy to award her the grand prize for the Ginger Runner Global Run Doppelganger Award. Her and her daughter are adorable. Adorable. I love it. It makes me laugh every time. Not you?
I was just like, it looks too much like you.
Her daughter is so cute, and you just add that giant red beard. It's like Gary. We got to get that to Gary because Gary would love it. So congratulations, Ingen, and congratulations, Elena. You both get free entry into GRGR next year, and Ingen, we're going to be sending you that trophy. Put it on your mantle, put a beard on it, and display it with pride.
Oh, and I should mention, if you do win something, or if you're if you do win something tonight, I will be reaching out via email to the email address that you registered GRGR with.
GR. All right. This was a new category this year. And I actually like.
Oh, you're diving into this one already.
Should we go somewhere else?
No, dive on in.
I was thinking we dive into this one. It's exciting.
Right.
It's an exciting one because it was new for me this year. We've had people request this in the past, like, hey, what if you did this? It's the GPS Artiste Award. Basically, we were asking people to draw something with their run. So track their run with GPS and draw something fun, original, and
which is something I've kind of done for Ginger Miss also.
Yes. We've used it in the past with Ginger Miss, spelling out Ginger Miss, spelling out various things with your GPS run. But this was the first time we said, like, creative, go to town. And we had a number of really great entries. We do have a runner-up for this category as well. And the runner-up, I want to make sure I pronounce it right, is Bob Entwistle. Bob did a fantastic...
It's so good.
Version of the GRGR 19 logo. He even got the little the slant corner there at the bottom, which is a little design thing that I added in there. Really, really happy with that, Bob. Nice work. You get free entry into next year's GRGR, and that's pretty exciting. But there was one that really stood out. This individual went above and beyond and drew like art.
Was it me?
It was Kim, and her line just looked like a heartbeat, and it was like
perfect.
Perfect. I love this woman so much. Our winner for the 2019 Ginger Runner Global Run GPS Artiste Award. True artist.
This is really good, you guys.
It's really good. Mandy Baker. Congratulations,
Yay.
Mandy Baker. She ran into the desert and drew the desert with cactuses, the mountain vistas behind the cactuses.
I think there's a prairie dog in there.
Prairie dog. She also spelled
GRGR 19.
It's backward. Yeah, GRGR 19 there. You can kind of see it. It's cursive in the lower right-hand corner. So not only did she spell GRGR 19, but she got the cactuses in there. Her description is fantastic. If you go to her Strava and check this out, but it talks about the different critters that are in there. She even drew like a little animal, rocks and cactuses, and like couldn't ask for anything more. That's exactly what I was hoping for with the Artiste Award was art, and she did it. So congratulations, Mandy Baker. You win our whichever trophy is the Artiste Award.
One of these ones.
It's one of these. We can't see the titles because they're below. Oop, nope, that's the Distance Award. It's back there. But congratulations. Yay!
Oh, it's this one.
Nice call. GPS Artiste Award. All right. Moving on. This one, every year I get impressed. Like, I'm impressed every year by what people are able to accomplish with this one. By the way, I have no problem adjusting the order of these.
Who are you talking to?
You. I'm just kind of going through them in the order that.
Just go what feels. Go with whatever feels.
Then
good.
this one feels good.
I'm like too full of mashed potatoes right now to like.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian neighbors. We're half Canadian.
The line is right here.
The line is right here. And we get to celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving, which was yesterday. So happy Thanksgiving to all of our neighbors to the north. We also get leftovers. So mashed potatoes. Reaching the highest elevation is a difficult task because a lot of mountains that can get you to those higher altitudes are either snowed in, difficult and dangerous to reach, or limited to location. But we every year manage to get someone reaching a higher altitude during GRGR. No one summited Everest, so there's still that's never going to happen. I don't know. Maybe Keeling will do GRGR next year. That's a perfect season for it. But we like to recognize what we call the Head in the Clouds Award, the highest point reached during GRGR, the highest elevation reached. And every year it gets pushed and pushed a little bit higher, which is amazing.
But also every year we're like, it's someone in Colorado.
It's got to be someone in Colorado because there is a mountain in Washington that can get higher than some in Colorado, but it's also like treacherous. So usually we should just call this the Colorado Award. At least, yeah, we should. That's exactly what we'll do. Regardless, it takes a lot to get to these altitudes. And we're not talking driving up there. The individual that wins this year's award worked their ass off to get to this peak and was one of maybe 3 people on the peak at all that day because it was very cold and very windy. And I'm so happy to award the Head in the Clouds Award to Kim Wrinkle. Kim Wrinkle reached the top of Mount Elbert in Colorado, which is where is it? Head in the Clouds, 14,440. I believe the exact altitude is 14,439. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what Wikipedia says. But 14,440. And I believe Kim will be able to correct this is he watching? I think he might be in the chat room.
I'm not sure.
If he is, he did a video. He submitted a video, and he says specifically that it can be referred to as 2 different altitudes depending on your source, which is interesting. So I think he said between like 14,436 and 14,440 or something like that. Regardless, that's some high points to reach.
And what's really neat is that we did have multiple people in the 14,000 range, and we even had an entry where the guy submitted his photos, and one of the photos he was wearing an actual climbing helmet.
Yeah,
which was like that's legit.
Kim was going through the results, and she's like,
I think this guy has a helmet.
I think this guy has a helmet on. I think this is a legit like mountaineering expedition to get to the highest point. I was like, damn, what mountain?
And I was like, I don't know.
But Kim Wrinkle, congratulations. We're going to be sending you an award and you get to participate next year. Can you top Mount Elbert? So that's a question for the Coloradians, is if you can get higher than Mount Elbert. It's going to be a competition to see who can summit higher.
Nathaniel in the chat room asked, question for those of us Vert Challenge runners. Will there ever be a flat earth category? We need to come up with something. We're always open to new categories. And if you guys ever have like a really good suggestion,
Yes.
please feel free to email us. Obviously, this thing is ever changing. That's why
Always
the
evolving.
Artiste Award came up this year, and it ended up being one of our like favorite things to look at this year.
Yeah.
But we're always open to suggestions.
Always you put your thinking caps on if there's something that you're like, oh my God, you should do this category. That makes it, something that everyone can attempt. We don't want to be exclusive to a certain ability level, any of that. We love these to be fun and approachable by everybody, and personal goals too. So when we start talking about the distance and the vertical accumulated in the 2 hours, just because we talk about big numbers on this show doesn't always mean, most people can want to shoot for their personal best.
Mm-hmm.
And
Totally.
That's part of what makes this a really special event.
And we had people when they were putting in their entries this year saying stuff like, I reached my PR of X distance or my PR of X gain.
Yeah.
And like that's stuff that we always like to read.
There's a video, it's in the playlist of a gentleman who was running last year, and by the end of his run, he got 9 miles. And then this year he was at 9 miles at like 90 minutes. So he's actually running. He's got an extra, he's like, I got an extra 30 minutes to run extra mileage. I'm like bettering my mileage from last year. That's the kind of stuff that makes this event so special. The year to year, maybe that's it, year to year improvement. But then we'll get someone that runs 0. We did get the guy who ran last year who ran 0, but he submitted that, which we mentioned on the show as being like the Couch Potato Award was so funny. And this year he's like, I would love to be the most improved if that's possible, because he did end up getting some activity, which is fantastic. So let's move on to the GR Crew Member Award, or the largest crew.
Oh,
Big Crew is what we call it. I realize Big Crew. So this is the award that we'd like to give to the individual or individuals. They're going to have to figure out a way to share it. That manages. Just cut it into pieces. It's wood. It works. That manages to form the largest crew, the largest group out there participating in GRGR at one time. It's a great way to bring the community together. That's kind of also why we do it, because on a global scale, we're bringing runners together. But on a micro scale, why not bring your local runners together? This is a perfect example. This individual brought it on. He brought 35 people. 36, 35 are in this picture because one, I believe, is taking the photo. But Thomas Bowling and his big crew got it together. They got
right together for their photo.
Right together. So big shout out to them for piecing together 36 people for the Big Crew Award.
They just pieced them right together.
Like, hey, anyone got an arm? I'm missing an arm. We've got 35.75.
Congrats, Thomas.
Congrats.
Thank you for getting your community involved, sending in pictures. That's pretty awesome. The Trek and Tex in the chat room says, we need an award for who best replicates the Snake Charmer music video dance moves. Now we're talking.
That maybe not that specific, but that makes me think. Best Choreographed Dance Award.
What does that make you think?
Best Choreographed Dance Award. I did just say it. Yeah. Best music video, something like that. I'm totally into it. I think it's fantastic. What do you think? Should we do Vert?
Yes.
Okay. So now we're starting to get into the awards where your jaws are going to drop a little bit. What?
I just gave up.
Is that it? DED, Dad. Every year we're blown away because we don't know how humans are capable of this. They continue to improve the numbers, whether it's improving themselves or someone decides to do GRGR and is all of a sudden like, let me set the bar at the top. So we're going to move on to the Vert Award, or most gain accumulated in that 2 hours. So again, this is where strategy comes into play. I attempted not to get the most gain, but to get hill repeat gain. It didn't work for me.
And we'll say that we've had really good success doing different types of strategy in this category.
Mm-hmm. We're going to start with the female winner. Do you want to read?
You can read it.
with 4,114 feet of gain for another year in a row with Grace May. Grace May, she won last year.
She did win last year, and I was gonna go look and see if I could find her.
We'll see if she improved her numbers. We have like 20 different spreadsheets open up currently. But Grace May, congratulations to you. By getting 4,114 feet, you are the biggest gain winner for female, and it is bonkers. I remember last year looking at your Strava link, and I was like, she's literally running up a volcano. What?
So last year, Grace got 4,721.
What happened this year, Grace? maybe we don't send it to her. No.
It's like super impressive.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So a huge congratulations, Grace, for getting 4,114 feet of gain.
And I think
on a volcano.
I don't know if you mentioned that already. Grace's strategy was just basically just start climbing, just go straight up.
Yeah, you can go into her Strava, you can zoom in, you can see that it's literally a piece of single track that just goes right up a ridge. There's very little switchbacks. So it's just climbing, and she does as much as she can in 2 hours, and she's cooking. So 4,000 feet and 4,100.
So for all you women out there, Grace is the woman that we're looking to here. So if you guys are looking for a trophy next year, you kind of know what your numbers are that you have to beat.
Yeah. Grace is setting that bar super high.
And I'm like, I'm not interested in that.
But that's a repeat winner. So big congratulations to Grace for just continuing to put the hammer down.
It's incredible.
For the male side of things, this is, again, where strategy comes into play, because there are mountains that you can just run straight up a ridgeline, or you could try to do the hill repeats, which our winner did. Now, before I mention the name of the winner, I need to mention how close this was.
Is bonkers.
36 inches. 3 feet separate the winner from our runner-up. This was where it starts getting, okay, listen, the watch, the phone, Strava, Garmin, Cinto, whatever. This is where things start to get kind of fucked up. And there is absolutely nothing we can do to control this sort of scenario. So these two individuals were close enough where that margin of error is like, it is impossible for us to determine anything beyond the fact that it just says on Strava 3 feet different. Okay, so the GPS tracking devices, we are fully aware that everything records a little bit differently. Atmospheric pressure, weather on that day, blah, blah, blah. We're going to recognize the numbers that are on Strava, but our second person or our runner-up will also receive an entry into next year's GR, so they can come back and just take the trophy by getting 36 extra inches of vert. So our runner-up, Daniel Jensen. So Daniel Jensen had 5,758 feet of vert. 5,758.
And if I'm not wrong, I think Daniel ran with Grace.
I believe
Am I
you are
wrong
right.
on that? I think I'm right.
I believe you're right.
Okay.
So I believe Daniel also ran with Grace on that same volcano single track straight up. He just did one long line all the way up the ridge line and just got as much vert as possible. I mean, literally, he could have like put his arms out and jumped and gotten that extra 3 feet. So Daniel Jensen, you are invited to join us next year for GR, 5,758 feet, which means our winner with 5,761 feet, Ryan Flint.
It's so crazy. Like, I can't believe how close.
Ryan Flint, also a 2018 vert winner, correct?
He's in the chat room. He will correct us.
Yeah, correct us if we're wrong, Ryan, but I believe you were the winner last year as well. He did hill repeats.
Oh, and he got more gain than he did last year.
He did. He got a lot more. So this is where you look at guys like Ryan Flint who have come back and done hill repeats year after year and set the standard with vert. And I just want to, I need to take a second to recognize that ability. So a hill repeat isn't just like, I'm going to run really hard up and coast down. You are sprinting up and down as fast as you can for 2 hours. That is the only way you're able to do that much vert in that short amount of time. So if you look at his Strava, you'll notice his splits for some of the descents are somewhere in the 5.5 minute per mile range. So you have to find a hill that has the gravity on your side, so you can work hard enough to move really fast, but not blow your quads out, so you can continue to do the repeats. and find a hill that's steep enough where you're getting vert, but you can run the whole thing. He found it. He found his hill.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. And also just to note, Daniel is Grace's husband. So Grace is in the chat room right now. She said, "Yeah, Daniel's my husband."
Okay. Grace, you're gonna have to share the trophy with your husband because that was one of those instances where Kim and I were just kind of sitting there going, "This is impossible."
Yeah.
Because of the watches difference. I mean, literally, there are so many factors that can come into tweaking things. And we've talked about this in the past with distance and that sort of thing and the measurements. That is why we ask everyone to submit via Strava, because it is at least one great equalizer in the whole spectrum of things. It is one way for us to sort of align everyone's entries in a way, rather than say everyone has to have this watch or this app or whatever. Okay, wow. Huge shout out to Grace and Ryan. Amazing, amazing numbers. Now we get to have some fun and talk about one of the categories that I think makes us sick year after year.
I can't even, I have a hard time watching.
Listen, I love donuts. Kim loves donuts. We eat donuts. Not regularly. We should increase our intake of donuts on the more regular basis.
Why not?
Yeah, there's no reason not to. But the individuals who take part in this category are heroes. The calorie counter award is essentially an award given to the individual who consumes the most donuts in the 2 hours allotted. There have been some strategies involved with this as well. We've had individuals in the past just eat like every mile or bring the dozen of donuts with them in their pack and eat them on the run. Looking at you, Skylar. We've had people do crazy things with donuts. And this year we had a Twinkie entry. Big shout out to our Twinkie representative who was eating like 9 Twinkies. We only accepted donuts, unfortunately, for this one. But the number is still at that level. It's quite disgusting. And this one is also much easier to measure because it's how many donuts are disappeared from the box. So we actually had a pretty close competition. Our runner-up will get free entry into next year's GRGR. And I wanted to make sure we had a runner-up because a half a donut separated our winner and our runner-up. A half a donut. And I think, honestly, it was a time restraint thing. One of our runner-up consumed the donuts while running, while our winner had an interesting strategy, which I'll mention here in a minute. So our runner-up, Chris Brown, ate 12 donuts, a dozen. Chris Brown ate a dozen donuts in 2 hours. And I think didn't enjoy it. But a big congratulations, Chris Brown.
I'm not enjoying it right now.
Just thinking about eating a dozen donuts in 2 hours.
Again, I think I have too much mashed potatoes in my stomach to think about that.
Fair enough. Our winner, and I'm going to show a little bit of a video. I'm not going to show the whole thing. It's on the playlist. You can go watch it. But he wanted to prove that he ate 12 and a half donuts. So he has the watch, how much time he has left for GRGR. He has the dozen plus donuts in front of him, and he just sits there and he eats. So the strategy was simple. You run, you finish your run, and then you allow yourself enough time to eat as many donuts as you can.
Within your 2 hours.
Smart strategy, except now you're eating all the donuts at once. You have no break in between. It's literally, I have 30 minutes. I got to consume as many donuts as possible. So our winner, Alec Wong. I'm so happy to give this award to you. And also, I feel terrible for your stomach. But let's watch a little bit of his video.
All right. I've got less than half an hour to finish 12 donuts. That's what I'm going for. I just got off the treadmill. I was on the treadmill for an hour and a half, and I have that much time to eat my donuts. All right.
Listen, Alec, you could have saved yourself a lot of time by just eating already.
2019.
Here he goes. Good Lord.
This is
Putting
also
him
like
down.
the best proof of
Yeah.
eating donuts that he could have provided also.
I won't spoil the whole thing, but I'll tell you right now. It's disgusting. It's a lot of
But
donuts.
like in the best way disgusting.
In the
not
best
like
way.
disgusting, you're a terrible person disgusting.
Absolutely not. Oh no, of course not. Like we love this. We love the fact that people, well, listen, ultra running, you put yourself through torture. Long distance running, you put yourself through torture. This is just a different, unique way of doing that. So we'd like to recognize the individuals who are willing to do this to themselves. Huge congratulations, Alec Wong, and to our runner-up, Chris Brown, for putting themselves through that. Getting the donuts consumed, 12 and a half donuts eaten by Alex.
Alex says in the chat room, he says, I made my wife go get extra donuts. I figured someone else also bought a dozen. So
Smart.
that also plays into strategy.
If you have a dozen donuts in front of you and you're like, I just got to get through this dozen, and then you're done, that's it. All of our winners in the past have had more than a dozen in front of them. And that's terrifying. Moving on. So now comes this is our penultimate, second to last.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
the term, correct? The distance award. So this is the most distance run in the 2-hour time span allotted. And this is always really, really fun to see how many miles an individual can run in the 2 hours. And interesting results this year. Like we had a good competition on both sides of the field. We did end up having to confirm with some people that data was submitted in the correct way. We did some calculations. We figured it out. We had to make sure that everything was submitted through Strava as a race, and we had to like email a couple people to make sure things were exactly.
Yeah, thanks for letting
equal.
me bother you guys today.
Yeah, there was a lot of emails that went out today where Kim's like, I hope that they're checking their email. And we did. Everyone that needed to check their email checked their email today and responded immediately.
And
so we worked it out.
The women's race for distance was super tight.
This was tight.
Super tight.
Yeah. But you did the math. We figured it out.
Yep.
Let's see. There's my fate. And the distance. You want to read this one? Or you want me to do it?
Go ahead.
With 12.1 miles, our distance female champion, Michelle Perkins.
Yay.
I believe she also participated in the Chicago Marathon.
Yeah, it was part of the Chicago Marathon run there.
And we, as always, we do mention this for GRGR. You can run 2 events simultaneously. You can run the Chicago Marathon and GRGR simultaneously. You just need to submit the first 2 hours of your Chicago Marathon run. That's it. And we've had lots of people do that. Across the globe, people have run various trail races or local 5Ks or marathons or half marathons and submit their results as a double entry. And it's really neat. Because you can basically take care of 2 races at once and maybe win an award, Michelle.
But yeah, and the like I said, the women's race was super close. Like I was literally scrolling down to like the second to make sure the point whatever fraction of a mile was
exactly
was correct.
And that's basically what it came down to was figuring out exactly, because there were multiple event entries, and so we had to figure out exactly where the time was at 2 hours and what the distance was, and the precision was accurate. And the ladies' race was like
so tight.
The men's winner this year brought it.
It's so bonkers.
So bonkers. So the men's distance award winner is, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, and I'm very sorry, Wouter Berjush.
I would say Wouter Berhuis.
Werter.
I'm probably very wrong.
Werter Berhuis. Regardless, 20.61 miles is a very long way to run in 2 hours.
And I think it's worth mentioning that he was second place last year.
Yep.
Did a similar type of run, like the controlled environment type of run. But like Mako threw down last year. And
Chris Mako last year ran the Long Beach Marathon and recorded the first 2 hours, and it was like 20.
I think it's 21 or 22 or
yeah, it's like 20. Something. It was like 21.6 or something crazy like that because he won the Long Beach Marathon, so he was going to be one of the fastest guys out there. But Wouter, you controlled your environment on a track. You got as many laps as you could in, and you got more than you did last year. That's huge. You get to take home the trophy this year. Congratulations. Yay. With 20.61 miles, Wouter. You are our winner.
Breaking 2.
Breaking 2. Oh yeah, let's take a second to recognize Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge with the 1:59:40 time for the marathon distance. That is ridiculous.
Faster than my half marathon PR.
He's faster than everyone. He's faster than everyone's PR. It's ridiculous what he accomplished, and also a big shout out to the world record female marathon as well. there's just so much dialogue
Yeah,
this
a
weekend
lot
around the
happened this
marathon
weekend.
distance. It was so fun to watch as a fan of the sport. Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. We're gonna end. What's going on in the chat room actually?
Everybody talking about running in circles, running on track.
Mhm.
And then Corey brought up a great point. Am I crazy, or did you guys have a bet that if Mako won, you had to make him a new intro?
No, that's accurate.
It's just an intro. It's taking a long time to create.
Yeah, it takes a year. It takes a year to create an intro. It took me 3 years to create the last one he's using. It's also secretly, I just really like the one that he's using, and I want like 10 years from now to
Yeah.
him have the exact same one. I do owe Chris Mako a new intro.
Maria Delza in the chat room says, I need 7 pacers and a car with a laser for next year. Any volunteers?
That's not a bad. What if we? Oh, that's what we should have done. We'll do that next year.
Is you running?
It'll be worthless. Just get like a laser. This last category, our last award of the evening, is one that's very special to my heart because it is what started the Ginger Runner
Are
channel.
we there already? We are there.
We are there. Did I miss anything else?
No.
I started the Ginger Runner channel with a dream, a small
Here we
idea,
go,
a
you
small
guys. Get
seed
comfortable.
planted in my brain,
He's
and
talking now.
I grew this tree into a forest, and it became ideas after ideas. And the Ginger Runner channel listen,
I'm just kidding.
I thought you were serious.
I'm very serious.
I thought you were sleeping. I'm
serious.
Wow, I could not believe it. I actually thought you were sleeping. You are a great actress, Darren. You are so good. I love making movies. I've loved doing it here in the Ginger Runner channel since 2011. I respect everyone who makes content on YouTube, and it has been something that's been really special to my heart to see other creators come up in the sport and in the world of running and watch them create, because creating content for YouTube is difficult because the turnaround times are really tight. If you are on a weekly schedule or a multi-week schedule, like we do a show every Monday, we do a review plus anything else that happens during the week. So multiple pieces of content happen every single week. And it is really difficult to stay on schedule and to create those films. So what I love is that every year now for GRGR, we've had people submit movies that they've shot on the day and turned around in a matter of hours. And the quality of content has been increased exponentially every year. It is so impressive what people are able to create in such a short amount of time. And it's awesome.
It's inevitable that we'll get emails or messages from people being just like sweating and just like, this isn't working. I don't know how to do this. I just need like 5 more minutes.
And what's funny is I get a bit of evil pleasure reading those emails because there are so many deadlines that I've been up against, or like I needed to post a review tonight and I'm sitting at my machine and it is failing and failing. So I have so much sympathy for the individuals who sit in front of their computer.
But you're also like,
yeah, a little part of me is like, oh man, this is what happens. But there was a couple people who wanted to submit their video and they were having render issues, and we figured out solutions. There's always a solution. And we're very lenient as far as like, you just, submit your movie. We want to see it. That's the most important thing. Even if you take a phone and film your screen and show me that you have a movie, let's see it, Go ahead.
Before we get into the winners,
Yeah.
just to clear up, a lot of people have been asking where they find the GRGR playlist.
It's on my YouTube channel. So you're right here on this YouTube channel. If you go to like the homepage of my YouTube channel, youtube.com/thegingerrunner, you'll see a tab that says playlists. And if you click that, you'll be able to see the Ginger Runner Global Run 2019 playlist. And you go back the last couple of years, we have playlists from each of the other years. I have not added every video yet that was submitted this year. We have maybe 2/3 of them in there. I think it's like 20 videos or something that have been submitted through that way. So you can go to that playlist. You can sort of check them out there and see other people's entries and stuff. And if your video is not included in that playlist and you would like it to be, just drop us a line.
Yeah.
And we'll get it added in. But for this category, I'd like to recognize 2 individuals. We in years previous, we showed a couple videos, but I do encourage people to go check out the playlist to give these unique creators views, comment on their video, let them know, hey, this is awesome. That's really what the best part about this is. Just go check out the playlist and support the other creators. But I will be showing our runner-up and our winner, because not the full videos. I again encourage you to go watch them in their entirety. But I was moved by multiple videos this year, but these 2 just were really special. I thought they were really cool.
Yeah, and I also want to say just really quick, sorry to interrupt.
Not at all.
I also just want to say really quick that we say this every year, but you really don't need to have like the fancy equipment.
Mm-mm.
You don't need to have like a big crazy camera or a rig or whatever. We've had people submit just using cell phone video, which can be just as moving or special or funny as movies that were created on big whatever's
Yep.
cameras.
Cameras don't matter.
Yeah.
The quality of the camera doesn't matter.
We will not ding people for a cell phone quality video.
Not at all. If the content's good, editing helps a lot. Music helps a lot. There's lots of
Dogs help.
dogs help. There's lots of things that you can do in the edit room that don't involve the highest resolution cameras and stuff like that. It's about the storytelling. Our winner 2 years ago, I believe it's 2 years ago, she shot the video really
It was
simply.
3 years ago, maybe the first
3 years,
year.
maybe the first year. I think you're right. I think it was the first year. She shot it really simply, small camera, just kind of showed her run, her day, and it was just kind of one of those. It's just really special. It was a quiet, kind of moving piece, and that's what won that year. So every year we look at all the videos that are submitted, we find the ones that are touching to us for a reason or another, and that ends up getting it into the top 5 for sure.
And I don't think you're showing it. I don't have the name of the person on the top of my head, but I just want to just quickly say before we really get into it here, like, thank you guys for sharing your stories. Some of you guys shared some very personal moments of your life in your GRGR video, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. So we just want to say thank you. We appreciate it. It's very meaningful to us to see that.
And so again, check out the playlist because there are some individuals who are very open with a lot of maybe struggles that they've dealt with in the past or this past year or now. And as someone who's been open with some of the things I'm going through, I can only share that I know the difficulty that it takes, it's hard to open yourself up. So absolutely want to recognize those individuals and thank them for doing that. And I encourage you to go check out the playlist because it really is worth your time to see people from around the world do some amazing things. Our runner-up was also our runner-up last year. I've never met him, but I'm a big Mubarak fan. He's really active on the YouTube comments and stuff like that, and he has been. It's really cool.
He goes around to like the other GRGR videos, and he's making comments and
on all the other
people,
GRGR videos.
I love it so much.
From Doha. So I've also tried to learn the correct pronunciation. I was always using Qatar, but I believe it could also be Qatar.
Yeah.
Or Qatar or Qatar. And he upped his game big time. So last year I recognized him as a runner-up because it was just this beautiful sort of look at a different environment, and anything that I've ever seen. The sand dunes and the sunset and everything were just gorgeous. This year, he gave us a little bit more kind of behind the scenes of like where he lives and takes us to the desert, and his camera upgrade. Legit.
Yeah.
It got like he went from, I think, cell phone to something maybe like a GoPro. It's awesome. Here we go. I'm going to show you a little bit from Mubarak's video. Runner up.
Hello GR crew, this is yours truly, Mubarak from Qatar. Wishing everyone a happy Ginger Runner Global Run Day. As you can see, here in Qatar, Sunday is a working day. I'm stuck here in traffic trying to exit the city of Doha into some of the, in my opinion, the best trails Qatar can offer. All right, got here in the little short time that I have left. It's GRGR nevertheless. So, gotta do what I gotta do.
I love it. I love it. I encourage you to go watch Mubarak's video because he may lose his car. Like, he may have lost it in the video. You have to go see. I'm not going to spoil it.
It may or may not be hard to find his car.
It may, yeah. Thank you, Mubarak, for being a continuing member of this community and contributing in such a cool way. It's so awesome to see another side of the planet that we don't get to see. And beautiful, beautiful sunset. Like, he gets more footage of it in that video and stuff like that. Just gorgeous. So super cool, super unique entries for this year's Filmmakers Contest. That's our runner-up, Mubarak. And yeah, Mubarak, you get GRGR entry for next year for sure. So thank you so much for working hard on creating that video.
In the chat room.
Is he?
Yeah.
I wonder what time it is there. Early morning? Probably. But thank you. And we'll see you next year for sure. Excuse me.
His videos are always my favorites.
I love it. Like, last year we recognized it, and this year I'm like.
And I've also gone back to watch his last year's video since last year as well.
Yeah. So our winner, our filmmaking winner, I'm excited because this individual did something pretty creative with their GRGR. They took GRGR and turned it into their own event celebrating their return to running. He suffered an injury to his Achilles a couple of years ago. It's been a really difficult journey for him to get back to running, but this was his sort of like, I'm back moment. So he invited his friends. They created a race within a race. And this is exactly what GRGR is all about, which is sharing an experience with people from around the world or with a community local to you and celebrating small victories, whether it's reaching a furthest distance you've ever been able to do or the most gain or new milestones, new PRs, or even just getting back to running. So our winner for the filmmaking competition is, again, I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, but Yas Postma. We really appreciate this. Here's a little sneak peek at the video. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I encourage you to just go watch it. And I'll include links in the description of this video to all the winners and stuff like that too. Here we go.
Start the clock.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hey, Ethan, Kim, and Gus, GR crew, and everybody competing in this year's GRGR. Long time no see. It's been a while since my very successful, joyful GRVR in 2017, but a lot has happened. Long story short, I've been running with an Achilles overuse injury for years. Every now and then it would flame up and take me out of running for a certain amount of time. Back in January of 2018, I decided to quit running completely and try to fully recover instead of muddling along like I'd been doing for years. Over a year later, I started moving again, walking, cycling, swimming, step by step. And now it's October 12th, the day before GRGR. And I'm course marking, because for this year's GRGR, I'm throwing a party, because I'm celebrating my... It is now Sunday, October 13th, GRGR race day. I've invited some people to come over and celebrate my return to running together with me today. Welcome to my old hometown of Yestermar. Guests will be arriving in half an hour, so let's get some stuff ready, shall we?
I'll stop it there. Go watch the rest. It's fantastic. What a great way to celebrate your coming back to running by hosting a party with your friends and making it a loop-based race. I won't spoil the results, but the race within the race, there's some drama involved. There is some major drama, some fight scenes. It's just great. It's just joy. It's a perfect example of how running can heal and bring people together. And that is why, my friend, you are the filmmaker for 2019. I really, really appreciate you putting together that video, because I know a lot of the editing and the sound. I mean, you got me at the record scratch. You might be asking yourself, how did I get here? Classic record scratch and line. Sold me right away. So big congratulations, Joss. Really appreciate you submitting your film. If you also submitted a film, you didn't see it here, you go check the playlist. We are just so thankful for everyone who took part in this year's GRGR. For the 4th year in a row, we continue to grow this thing. It's turning into just this. It's one of our favorite times a year, because we get to look at photos and race entries and videos and everything that people are doing around the world. Yeah, now art. And it is a reminder that this goes far beyond our tiny corner in a tiny house in a huge city. But this tiny corner has a community so much bigger than we could ever have imagined. And
it's pretty special.
It's really, really neat. Really neat. I think that's it for our awards, right? Am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. We hope you all had fun participating in this year's Ginger Runner Global Run. If you did not, we are sorry, but maybe next year for 2020, you can come back and have a good time. We are already talking about next year. We can't wait to partner again with Territory Run Company. Big shout out to them. They are fantastic. They managed to create just beautiful shirts, super comfortable shirts, and package everything up and get it to everybody on time. And it's just, it's wonderful work to work for them. So big shout out to Allie and Brett down at Territory Run Company. We'll be working with them for sure next year and in the coming months and stuff. So keep your eyes open. We're going to be talking more about our GR Crew shirts in our after show. If you would like to join us, you can do so by just heading on over to patreon.com/thegingerrunner. But also, we're going to have Ginger Runner shirts that are going to be available to everybody starting in November as well. And we're just really excited to continue the ball rolling here and help build this community bigger and better than ever. Everyone is so supportive and wonderful. And something like Ginger Runner Global Run has just proven to us that you all are amazing humans. So thank you so much for participating this year.
Kimasabi75's already talking about eating more donuts.
Oh, Alec. 12 and a half donuts in 2 hours is a lot. Oh, man. I can't. Every time I watch that, I'm like, oh, maybe next year I'll do the donut challenge. And then I watch a video and go, no, 1 is enough.
I could probably do like a French fry challenge, but I don't really know how you could measure that.
We had someone this year suggest that. And that was our problem was, oh, man, yeah, French fries would be amazing. I would go to town on a pile of French fries, but you couldn't really count per French fry. The count would be insane. And how do you measure like McDonald's fries versus Red Robin fries?
You sound like an expert.
I'm a professional fry expert. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into tonight's Ginger Runner Global Run results show, awards show for 2019, 4th annual. It gets bigger and better every year. We can't wait for the 5th. We're already at we're basically next year's going to be our 5th anniversary of GRGR, which is crazy. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight and participating. We hope you had a lot of fun. And we'll get to all the winners. We're going to send you an email and get your shipping and get these awards to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'll be sending everybody an email within the next 48 hours, probably.
I like that. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome. Get out there, everyone. Train hard, race harder, and... what?
What were you going to say?
I was going to say crew member of the week, but I think our crew member of the week is our GR participant. Yes. So you are all our GR crew members of the week. So thank you so much for your participation in such a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Get out there, train hard, race harder, and party the hardest.
I have one more thing to say before we go.
Yeah?
You guys, I'm going to be posting a video on my channel tomorrow.
Oh, hold on!
What did you...
No, I can't believe you totally spaced on it.
So my first video in over 2 years, I'm posting. It'll be up tomorrow on my channel.
It's good.
I need you guys to do me a favor. If you're interested in following me and watching my videos, please go to my channel and subscribe. That's the best way that you'll get updates on when I'm going to be posting. Wednesdays are going to be the days that I'm going to be dropping videos, probably every other Wednesday for the first little bit, and then I'll go to every Wednesday after that. But new video tomorrow.
You're not going to want to miss it. It's fantastic. Kim is such a rock star. I can't wait to see how this channel grows because Kim has some ideas. You're going to have to wait and see. They're good. So go to Kim's channel tomorrow. If you're like, what channel is this? How do I get to it? If you go to the Ginger Runner channel on the front page, over on the right-hand side, there's a link to her channel right there. You can go and scope it out. But it's youtube.com/MileLonglegs. I'm pretty sure it's that simple.
It is. Maybe we can put one
Yep,
in the.
that's exactly what I'll do. So go check that out tomorrow. We'll see you in the after show. If you are a Patreon supporter, we'll see you in the after show. All you got to do is go to patreon.com/thegingerrunner. And for as little as $1, you get access to all of our after shows with our guests and tonight and all that good stuff, all the archives as well. Thank you, everyone. Get out there, train hard, race harder, part of the hardest. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.
Ginger Runner.